Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Hilaal Live. Thanks for watching us on channel 347. You can also live stream on www.hilaal.tv. Now, when we think of the Koesister, in Cape Town we say Koesister, the rest of the country says Koesister. We often think it's a sweet treat that we have on a Sunday, often not just one, because you can't just have one. But there's a young lady that said, you know what, let me take this initiative, this wonderful sweet treat, and put it into something that we use in our home, which is a candle. Can you believe? Of all things, a candle. So in studio, Megan Moolman, who's going to chat a bit more about this amazing product. Megan, good evening, welcome.
Thank you, Lukman, for having me.
My absolute pleasure. Now, when I heard about this product, I heard it over, can you believe, cutting my hair at a barbershop in Grassy Park, and a shout out to Boys to Men, where your husband goes. And he couldn't stop talking about this product, primarily because he's your biggest fan. But I think I was very intrigued because I've never heard of something like this being done in a candle. How did this all come about?
So, you know, Lukman, we've traveled every year. We go and visit my cousin in Europe. Nice. And really there's only so much Mari biscuits and tennis biscuits and chutney and knickknacks that you can take people.
Right.
And I came home and I thought, no man, there must be more than the Mari biscuits. And something that I love doing, which is candle making. I did it as a little girl. I still do it with my daughter at home.
Nice.
And I thought, you know, it just came to me and I said, Koesister, I love the smell of a Koesister.
Everyone does.
Yes, it's sweet, it's aromatic. I'm like...
It reminds you of home.
It's home. It gives you, you know, it gives you that nostalgic feeling, that Sunday morning, having it with a cup of coffee or your rooibos tea. It's just something that shouts home more than a Mari biscuit or Ipsam or Mrs. Ball's chutney.
Brilliant, brilliant. And also, it's going to last longer than the Mari biscuit and the tennis biscuit and all of that type of thing. So you thought, okay, let me put this into a candle. But now that process of the ingredients that you use in a Koesister, will that generate into a candle? How did that process happen?
So yes, it does. I use the cardamom, the aniseed, the cinnamon, the ginger and the cloves. But you know, it took months of getting this smell. Right. And after hearing so many people, there's no real, or there's not the one smell, because there's different variations of Koesister, so it all smells differently. You get an aniseed strong, a clove strong, a ginger strong. But I based mine on my cousin's Elaine Hendricks. She used to make this Koesister. She's still known as making the Koesisters in my family. I want to capture that smell. And you know, Auntie Fatima Saido, her Koesister, which is just it's everything. Yeah. And after testing and mixing and pulling out my hair.
So what was the duration of the process that you had before you came out with a product that you were happy with?
So I started in June.
Not bad.
Not
Trial
bad,
and error.
But sleepless nights and getting a few people asking them, what does this smell like? And people saying cardamom. I'm like, but what does it smell like? What do you feel like eating?
Yeah.
And it took my son's friends coming in one day and saying, why does your house smell like Koesisters? And I'm like, what did you say?
Brilliant.
He said, why does it smell like Koesisters? And I'm like, yes, because it's supposed to smell like Koesisters.
Okay, so there we go. So that was your confirmation that, you know what you were actually doing actually worked out as well. So the product itself, you make it locally, make it yourself. Where do you now stock this? I mean, do you sell it to shops, family members? How's that going?
So I make it at home in my own kitchen. Okay. It's at home, it's stocked at home. I sell it to family. Well, like you said, Wesley is my hype man, so he sells it. It's also sold on my website, Koesister Candle Co. And right now it lives on an e-commerce app called Shopstar. So it's living there right now, but I'm hoping to change it. But all the information is on my website, so I'm hoping to change it really soon.
Okay, so now you've ventured into the world of entrepreneurship. And I would imagine there's a whole different level of thinking when it comes to that. Cut costs, you know, ensure that your profits are a little more. How's that process going? How's that mind shift going?
Sure, so big mind shift, because I come from a teaching background. I was a teacher before I left teaching at the end of last year. And going into this was scary, first of all, because now my EMS lessons had to come into play. Yes, lots of cutting costs, checking products, sourcing, and I wanted to source locally. So that is a mission on its own.
Okay.
Sourcing locally and sourcing good product, good quality, getting my supplies. And I want to use, I'm a colored woman, I want to use the colored community. So
Brilliant.
everything is, my stickers is printed from another colored lady.
Brilliant.
So I want to just push back into our community.
Right. So the first sale tell us about that moment when you made your first sale, when somebody handed you cash or EFT or for whatever reason they've paid you. What was that feeling like?
I couldn't believe it. I was laughing all along because I'm used to giving people free things.
Right.
And it's somebody completely different. I never met this lady before. She's actually followed me on TikTok, and that alone was like crazy. I'm like, she wants to buy a candle that she's never smelled before. She just knows me by seeing me on TikTok.
Right.
But it was like this thrill that just came over me. I was like, oh, it's confirmed. I can do this. She bought 2. Then I had, a few days later, a lady bought 10.
Nice.
And I was like, oh my word, this is...
And you had enough stock at the time?
I had enough stock. So I like to make it fresh.
Okay.
So that you can give it a few days to cure. But luckily I had stock and I could push it out, and I love to do my deliveries myself.
Nice.
So that I can go and meet these people and say, thank you so much for supporting me.
Well, here's a concept. Instagram should have smellogram. Then people can have this lovely fragrance.
Love it.
So this is now, transported you into becoming an entrepreneur, getting sales out as well. What's been the feedback from people in terms of the shelf life of the candle? Is it as long as the candle lasts? Tell us a bit more about that.
So 40 hours, it burns for about 40 hours. Okay. It has wood and wick, so it's a clean burn.
Nice.
So everything I use, it comes in this beautiful white container. So long after the candle's been used, you can use that container and throw some soil in there, plant something. You can use it to throw your sugar in, your salt in, throw your coconut in for your Koesisters. So you can use that. It also comes in a little bag, a reusable bag, a cotton bag that you can put some soy wax in, hang it in your cupboard, and voila.
Do you have one of your products in there? You're welcome to open it up and show our viewers. There we go. That's the bag. Beautiful.
Here's the bag.
Lovely looking bag. And there we go. You can reuse the bag.
You can reuse the bag. And
that's stunning. So it comes in a container, right? A beautiful, what's this made of?
It's a ceramic container.
Ceramic. Yes. Beautiful.
So long after this has been gone, you can then reuse it as a planter, a bowl of sugar, like I said, and it's all reusable. Everything can be reused. And my box is brown.
Brilliant.
Brown, gold, colorful.
Brilliant. I like the concept. And this lasts about
40-hour burn.
40-hour burn.
Should give you a 40-hour burn.
My only concern is that every time I light one of this, I'm going to want a Koesister as well. And I've restricted it to once a month at the moment. So I've been very good to having a Koesister, unless I go to my barber, and there's always Koesisters there. But well done on the product.
Thank you so
very
much.
Innovative. I think you're going to do super, super well. I know our community is going to support you. Lots of people are going to phone you after this, hit you up on socials as well. Give us those handles very quickly.
So on Instagram, it's at the Koesister Candle Co. The website is www.thekoesistercandleco.com.
Okay. I want to touch on something very quickly as well. When you took this step on becoming an entrepreneur, what advice do you have for other entrepreneurs that would like to follow their dream and have this little niggle at the back of their head to say, I need to start something?
Just start.
Okay.
Sometimes we are so afraid of taking that first step because of the unknown, because we are so used to that. You need to have a secure job, but just start. You never know what's out there. There's a whole community supporting me that now, something I never thought would happen, because I was a teacher. I relied on my teaching salary. And here I am, started a candle.
That's amazing. I had somebody in yesterday as well, said the very same thing, is don't worry about that stability. No. Yes, put start it as a side hustle first, and then obviously let it take off as well. So what does it retail for at the moment? So
at the moment, it's 299 Rand. And if you're in Cape Town, it's free delivery.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, you can't say that in Cape Town because people in Paarl are going to call you up. So I think put a limitation on the kilometers.
I think I'm willing to go about 80 Ks outside of the CBD, which would take me to Paarl, actually.
Basically.
Yes. So if you have a bowl of Koesisters ready, We've got a deal.
Brilliant. Okay, so I like the product. I like the look. I think it's very chic. I think it's goes into, people worry about the aesthetics of their home.
Yes.
I think the smell's going to be amazing. So there's a little wick that comes out, or that's the wick itself?
That's the wick itself. It's
Okay.
a wooden wick because there's a crackling sound to it. As you light it, you
Okay.
hear this crackling.
Okay, so there we go, viewers. If you want to have a look at it, it's a wick like this. It's a wooden wick, and you light that. And the ceramic bowl you can use as a sugar bowl after.
Yes.
We try and cut down on sugar, brown sugar, as well. I shouldn't say that because it's going to hurt your product. But generally, I think it's an amazing product. Well done to you and the
Thank you so
family
much.
I know family gets involved as well.
Yes, absolutely.
When it comes to promoting the product. Where can people find you very quickly one last time?
So www.the Candle Co. I'm also going to be doing a few markets. So I'll watch my socials. I will be posting it on my socials, or alternatively at Instagram at the Koesister Candle Co.
Okay, I have a good idea. You can dress Wes up in a Koesister suit and let him stand at the kiosk and hold these candles out as well.
If you have the Koesister outfit, I'm definitely doing that.
Megan, thanks so much. All the
Thank
very
you so
best
much.
with your product, and may all your efforts grow from strength to strength.
Thank you for having me again.
My absolute pleasure. There we go. Very interesting twist on the Koesister, the common Koesister as we call it in Cape Town. The rest of the country calls it Koesister. You can get hold of Megan Moolman on Instagram, thekoesister.com. You can check out the socials and order your product. Do support local business. That's what we here at Hilaal TV would like to advocate as well. From all of us at the Cape Town team, Sohail Barnes and myself, Lukman Shadrack, don't miss out on our rugby show tomorrow. It's all about sport tomorrow. I've got a fishing part as well to it. But my two friends, the All Black supporter and the Springbok supporter, will be in studio. I should put a disclaimer on that program because there are going to be some choice words spoken in that program. But do join us tomorrow between 5:15 and about 6:15, inshallah. Have a great evening. Assalamu alaikum.